Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So today I'm here with an unboxing video of the brand new 11-inch iPad Pro. So I've officially thrown my name in the hat. I've entered the arena of the tablet world. Now, I have had an iPad in the past. I had the iPad Air 2, and then I got the first generation Pro, and it's been a while since I've had a tablet. So I thought I'd test this one out. They've changed some things. This is the third generation, and it's definitely something interesting. I looked at them at the store, I played with it for a little bit, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a whirl. So some of the things that they've changed on here, of course, is the size. They went from a 10.5 inch to 11 inch, but they also reduced the bezels. They took away the fingerprint sensor, so no more home button, no more fingerprint sensor. This is like the upgraded big brother of the iPhone 10, except they kind of style it after the iPhone 5. It's got kind of a boxy feel to it, even though the corners are all rounded off. It's got the stereo speakers and all the other cool stuff. And they moved over to Usbc Adapter, which I'm actually really happy about because everything else I use other than my iPhone uses USB-C. And I'm fairly certain I figured out why they charge so much now, and I feel like it's totally worth it because it has this pull tab. So this pull tab that allows me to unpackage this, definitely worth the extra money. Not really. It's totally soaked in sarcasm. So here we go. The 11-inch iPad Pro. Ta-da! So on the back here, it says includes iPad Pro 11-inch, USB-C charging cable, USB-C adapter. Alright, well, cool deal then. And voila, here we go. So like I said, they upgraded. It's 11 inches now. It's got a 12 megapixel rear facing camera. It has 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is quite a bit. This is a space gray model. It's looking nice so far. Ta-da! So got dual speakers up there, dual speakers down here along with the USB-C. And then it has this little connector here, I believe it's for the keyboards and stuff. I don't have one, so I can't test that out. I did test it out at the store though. The keyboard that I used actually was pretty nice. And then we've got our volume buttons over here, up and down. There's no mute switch on it. And there's the microphone pickups there. And then, there we go. So, the camera's raised up just like it is on the new iPhones, which I'm not a huge fan of. Very much akin to the iPhone XR or XR, whatever you want to call it. Got the nice little Apple logo there, and it still says iPad down at the bottom, so that's reassuring. I'll go ahead and hit the power button and fire this baby up. Ta-da, Apple logo. So set that over there. Here we go with our documentation, designed by Apple in California. So pop this out, looks like iPad Pro manual, some stickers, which I won't put on anything, and that's pretty much it. Seems kind of like a waste. Here we go, and we have our USB-C charging cable, new, and then we have our USB-C adapter. It looks really weird having an Apple adapter that has a USB-C connector on it. It's totally weird. And I am not even going to attempt to read that. I can't read it on camera. Honestly, can't even read without my stinking glasses. Let's see. Looks like 5 amps. I can't see how many volts. I'll have to look that up later. So there we go. That is everything that's in the box. So it's not a whole lot there, but you do have this beautiful new iPad Pro. And my initial impressions on this are it's very well balanced. It feels like it's pretty light, but I have watched like the jerry rig video, and if you really, really want, you can snap this sucker in half basically if you just use the pressure point and push right on the middle of it and bend outward. I really wouldn't recommend doing that because the sucker's expensive. They start at $7.99, which is just ridiculous, but it does support the new Apple Pencil, because of course they wouldn't make it backward compatible with the old pencil. That would be too un-Apple. But I will run down some of the specs briefly. Like I said, it's got an 11-inch screen, 12 megapixel rear-facing camera, 4 gigs of RAM. It's got the new A12X Bionic chip in it, which is supposed to be fantastic, super powerful. 7,812 milliamp battery, which is really good. It does have a 1668 by 2388 resolution, which is a 265 pixel per inch density. It's decent for a tablet. The display model I use looks good. It's definitely not in the same realm as phone specs when it comes to pixels per inch or resolution. But the resolution is on par. It's good. And as a baseline, like I said, 64 gigabytes of storage. You can get a 256 or a 512 or a 1 terabyte, and you're going to pay for it. It's much more expensive. Has a 7 megapixel front-facing camera, and the rear-facing camera will do 240 frames per second at 720p on the video. It'll do 120 frames per second on 1080p, and on 2K it'll do 30 or 60 frames per second, which is good. And it's USB-C 3.1. So super cool. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on with and playing around with this. Hello. And giving it a whirl. I will do an initial feedback. I'll do my review and stuff here in a couple of days so I can tell y'all more about it. And we can go more in depth as far as how the product performs and some of the other differences and nuances maybe that I might pick up from the previous models. And it's supposed to be able, the new Apple Pencil is supposed to be able to stick to the side magnetically, kind of like it does on like the Microsoft Surface and those other cool things. So I'm interested in giving it a whirl. So if you have any questions or you have any comments or you want to know anything about it, please leave it down in the comment section, and I'll try and address those as I'm doing my initial walkthrough and playing around with the tablet and getting a good feel for it. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in as always, and I will see you next time.